it's time to let them go. I'm serious. Time to let them go. Over the past few years, it's become increasingly clear that as long as far-right crazies and ultra-conservatives in Washington are preaching policy, and in states all over the country, are preaching policies that eat away at the very ideals our nation was built on, the American dream is going to remain out of reach for millions of Americans. In fact, the majority of Americans. So if we want to have, any chance at bringing back the American dream at all, we should just let those far-right crazies and the ultra-conservatives running around Washington and the red states, let them have their dream of their own country. Let them secede and start their own far-right Ayn Rand-inspired paradise. Cliven Bundy, Louis Gohmert, Ted Cruz, Ted Nugent, Sean Hannity, the whole bunch of the America's far-right wingers, they could all move to West Texas. Create a country of their own, free from the tyrannical influences of the U.S. government. They could even call this new Ayn Rand-inspired country Galt's Gulch, right? Why not? Run around firing their guns, not paying taxes, defying authority all they like. Yeah. No public schools, no fire departments, no police departments, no roads, no damn taxes. Yeah, it'd be a paradise. Meanwhile, the rest of us in America can get back to rebuilding the American dream that Reaganomics has largely torn apart. But as Nicholas Kristof points out over at the New York Times, we may have to rename that dream part, because the American dream isn't really the American dream anymore. Instead, we'd be better off living the European dream or the Canadian dream, because the American dream is pretty much dead. Here's what I mean. Just last month, economists announced that for the first time in history, the American middle class is no longer the richest middle class in the world. Canada's is. Now, part of that has to do with healthcare costs. While Americans still have to pay for healthcare costs with after-tax dollars, even under Obamacare, Canadians are basically getting free, untaxed healthcare thanks to a single-payer system. And because Canadians have access to life-saving and affordable healthcare, they live longer lives. Similarly, children in Canada are less likely to die than children in America, and American women are twice as likely to die as a result of pregnancy or childbirth than Canadian women. Get this. Canadians work less than Americans. The average American worker works 4.6 more hours than the average Canadian worker, even though they have a better quality of life and a stronger and richer middle class. Their CEOs don't make as much, but hey, their workers are doing fine. According to a recent report from the OECD, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, this is the 38 largest, most well-developed industrialized countries in the world. According to this recent report by the OECD, Canadians are smarter and more literate than we are, too, thanks to a vibrant, well-funded public school and university system. That same OECD report found that for people aged 16 to 24, America ranks dead last among wealthy and developed nations in math and technological proficiency. The American dream has always been about everyone having an equal shot at living a comfortable middle-class life, from a decent job to a decent retirement. Whether you're born in an inner-city neighborhood in Detroit or on the Upper West Side of New York City, the American dream is not supposed to discriminate. But as Nobel Prize-winning economist Joe Stiglitz recently said, equality of opportunity. The American dream has always been a cherished American ideal, but data now in show that this is a myth. America has become the advanced country not only with the highest level of inequality, but one of those with the least equality of opportunity. Like Canadian geese in the summer. By the way, I got to tell you about the pigeon on my boat. Anyway, it looks like the American dream has migrated to the great north. So after we've let all the far-right crazies move to West Texas and establish the world's newest country, Galt's Gulch, maybe the rest of us should join up with our neighbors to the north. We can create a new Canadian-American dream. Might be the only way to guarantee equal access at success and opportunity. You know, that stuff that the American dream once promised? Could be.